So, I mean, can you fall in love with someone you've not met in real life? What do you think, Lottie?
So I think that I have to be honest. I think that the pandemic has meant that we are all suddenly trying to find new ways of falling in love, and I think that the research that's been done by Bumble has now suggested that two-thirds of Brits think that you can fall in love without having met the person. So that bodes well for me. I think it is possible, and I think that we, needs must, and we've had to do what we've had to do in the pandemic, and I think that it means that dating may have changed for the better.
How have you been getting on with all of this? Dating can be hard at the best of times, but with so many extra restrictions, what's it been like?
So yeah, it has been hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It's difficult. You think that, oh, you'll just go down the pub and you might meet someone nice there. It doesn't happen like that anymore. So it really means that there's a lot of added pressure trying to think, okay, so I'm alone most days. I don't go out. I can't meet up with my friends. My friends don't have friends they can introduce me to. So it has meant that on the search for love, it means that we've all had to kind of invest slightly more time and effort. But it's been worthwhile because I feel like the outcome has meant that we are all spending a little bit more time and a little bit more care and kind of selecting people to either go online with and have a chat with on video or whatever else before we have to do that first date. So I think it's all right. It's taken us back a few years. It feels like,
Yeah,
but I think that it's been for the best.
it feels almost, you can look at online communication and think, oh, it's not like real life, but actually it's a bit like courting. You are
Yeah.
talking a lot more before you're meeting up with someone.
Absolutely right. And I think that there is a definite kind of transactional thing about online dating, and it's really easy to get lost in this kind of swiping world where nothing really means anything anymore. And this has taken us back to a point where we really have to engage with that person, have a chat, get to know them. There's nothing else we have been able to do in COVID. So it's old school courting. I quite like it.
I quite like it too. Old school, but kind of also new school.
Yeah.
Do you how has it been for you since Bake Off trying to navigate all of this? Because that must add a whole other dimension of complication in there.
Yeah. Yeah. So as if I wasn't struggling being single before Bake Off, suddenly I find myself that now I have to be particularly careful. So I won't lie to you, a couple of people have slid into the DMs. And there's me
Mm.
thinking, this is it. This could be it. This might be how I meet my future match. But it's been very difficult. I have to be very careful about who I reply to, and how I navigate those conversations with strangers, really. And I think that why I like the idea that on Bumble we have this like video chat thing, it means I can
Mm.
really see that person first. We can have a chat with them. I can see if I'm being catfished before I arrange to meet up with them in real life.
Mm.
We can chat. I can see what's going on behind them, in their rooms. What have they got on the bookshelf? What's going on? Can I find out a little bit more about them first? So I think, yeah, it's been hard. It's been a rough year for dating, but I feel like we're on the way out, and I think that we're going to take some positive things from the pandemic with us.
I want to talk to you a little bit about Bake Off because I know it's a really weird thing to say to someone that you actually don't know, but we watched it and we just loved you. And
Oh,
I know that's madness because it's a show about baking, but we were just rooting for you so much.
oh,
I
thank
guess
you.
you can't really hide behind anything on Bake Off, can you? You can't be a different person. You have to just be yourself because it's such a weird and pressured situation.
Yeah, so I think that if you were going into the tent with an agenda, the second they shout bake, there's not a chance in hell that you will be able to keep up a facade for very long. We are all under such an extreme amount of pressure just to kind of get the baking done. You do forget you're on TV, you forget that there are cameras in the room and you're just focusing on the task in hand. And I think that means that you get to see a really stripped back version of everybody because we're all just being ourselves because there's no time to think about how we're coming across or anything like that. You get to see us, this kind of raw state of nerves. So yeah.
I really like to think that you and Noel Fielding are still friends because your friendship seemed so lovely in the tent.
Yeah. Noel is very good fun, and yeah, he's just completely bonkers, and it's really lovely to have someone with that energy around you when you're focusing so hard on a sponge that you think it's the be all and end all, and then you've got Noel coming in doing something silly and making you laugh. Yeah, we all were very very close on set. It was a really good laugh.
Thank you for your time. Good luck with dating. I've got everything
Thank
crossed
you.
for you that you find
Thank you
someone
so
that
much.
you deserve.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Thanks.
Take care. Bye. Bye.